Hey everybody, Joan Zodianz here, and welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Zundayz. This week we're going to be talking about the new moon in Sagittarius, Venus shifting into Capricorn, and Neptune stationing direct in Pisces. All right, so we have a new moon in Sagittarius that's coming up this Tuesday on the 26th. Check your time zones, please. And if you've been listening to my podcast for a while, then you know new moon equals new emotional energy because the moon influences our emotions, our instincts, okay? So hopefully you've taken the time to really heal from the past retrograde that just literally just happened. And that you've had the time to really reflect on yourself, reflect on where you're going in 2020. With this new moon in Sagittarius, Sagittarius being a mutable fire sign, we can take these new emotions that we've been feeling about ourselves and really explore how to be progressive and be productive with our emotions, right? So it's not to say that we need to be insensitive now, but we can't be in a state of dwelling. We can't be in a state of like being a victim anymore. We are slowly coming out of that, or people are slowly coming out of that. The woe is me is no longer going to apply to a lot of people. Okay. Now, with Sagittarius being the way that it is, we need to take advantage of that energy. We need to use it in a way that's going to help us elevate our emotions. Okay. So we're strictly talking about emotions here. So, in order to really live your best life, right, in 2020, in order to really just get rid of all those negative emotions, you're really going to have to devote your time in looking at things from a more philosophical point of view. You're going to have to see things from your higher self. You're going to have to see things and try to justify why those things happened to you, whether it was karmic debt or whether or not, you're just trying to control a situation that you can't control, or that, people involved are just not beneficial to you. They're just very toxic and you're just wasting your time. These are things that you're going to have to reflect under the new moon, but not in the same way where it's like, okay, well, I have to reflect and I'm going to have to like cry about it. It's more in a way where it's like you're just going to have to accept that it is what it is. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of tough love here. You had your time during the retrograde to work on yourselves, to work on your healing, to deeply reflect and dive into your emotions. Okay. You've had the time. But right now, it's not time for that. You're going to have to move past it. And sometimes we have to force ourselves to move past a really tough situation. And we have to force ourselves sometimes to do that. We can't live in the past. And that's what the new moon in Sagittarius teaches us. We cannot live in the past. We have to look forward to the future. We have to explore new emotions and new positive things, new positive opportunities for us to grow and mature. And you can't find those types of opportunities if you keep dwelling on the past. You see what I'm saying? So throw and shoot your arrows into the sky and just, have faith in yourself. Have the belief that you will find better, that you deserve better in life. I know self work, self healing takes time. We can't rush ourselves. I understand that. But a lot of people abuse this moment in their lives and they continue to live in their negativity. And it's easier said than done, but you can do it. I believe in you. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Believe that you can be a better person and you will be a better person. Trust me. Now, moving on. We have Venus shifting into Capricorn on the 27th. And on the same day, Neptune stations direct, which is or has been in Pisces. So this is Wednesday, all right? And this is actually a really good moment for us astrologically and just energetically. Capricorn and Pisces are very compatible with one another. It gives us the balance of yin and yang, earth and water. So let's better understand Neptune for what the planet influences, right? So it influences our spirituality, but it also influences our imagination, illusions, delusions. It's the dream world, the dream state. And this is also the ruling planet of Pisces, okay? Which means that it's also why Pisces are known for being dreamers, like they daydream a lot. And it's to a point where it's like they kind of, because it's, remember, it's the two fishes, so it's swimming up and swimming down. It's like they live in both realms simultaneously, the physical and the spiritual realms. And it's an odd thing because they can be so deep or they can be so shallow, right? And this is what Neptune influences. Just to get you a gist of, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Now, because it's in Pisces, or it was in retrograde in Pisces, we had a moment where a lot of people were clashing with their spirituality. They were being rebellious about spirituality. We saw a lot of organized religion just being pushed out of the way in favor of spirituality, in favor of the spirit, just spirit in general, right? We saw a huge shift in that in the community. Now it's turning, or it's stationing direct. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to give that up. It just means that we were in a learning phase, and now we're going to implement what we've learned and use it properly this time. I felt like a lot of people, and remember what I just said, like for the Pisces and Neptune, it was the shallow end, or it was the deep end, right? So people were in the shallow end, just learning, waiting around. It was very superficial, right? We saw a lot of businesses trying to take advantage of this moment and try to give people a lot of superficial crap, superficial products. Okay. But now that it's diving deeper into the deep end and we see it stationing direct, we are going to see a lot of people seeing that it's not as superficial as the media wants to portray it. Does that make sense? Now we're really going to own and embrace our spirituality. We're going to apply it to our daily lives. And this is something that's very exciting because Venus shifts into Capricorn. So what that means, remember, Venus influences love and relationships, just any type of relationship. What we're going to see here is this dynamic of using spirituality into our relationships, or using it in our relationships and trying to discover why we have meaningful relationships, or how these relationships will benefit us spiritually. Make sense? So hopefully that helps a lot of people get out of toxic relationships. And I've been preaching this, but I've been telling people, we have to evolve past these bad relationships in general and to elevate into our higher selves. And I feel like a lot of people are headed that way, especially in 2020. Okay? So I'm really excited more about that than this new moon, to be honest. And you're going to find a lot of people wanting to build on their relationships too. So let's go into Venus and Capricorn. Now, Venus in Capricorn, Capricorn being a cardinal earth sign, means that we are going to be Bob the Builder in on all types of relationships. Remember, Capricorn's motto is I use. They want to find resourceful people. They want to reach out and build even professional relationships. And this is a great time for business relationships too, and investing in business partnerships. This is also going to be a time where people are going to really look at the people around them and see them as they are. Are they supportive friends and family? Are they friends that, benefit your well being, benefit your growth, benefit your career? And do they help you and provide for you, or are you providing for them? You know what I mean? Everybody's going to really look at things from a more practical approach and to be more conservative about how they spend their money on people. This is a positive shift too, because Sagittarius, so it's in Sagittarius, Venus is in Sagittarius right now. So a lot of people were very impulsive or very distant or just feeling very non-committed. Capricorn is the opposite of that. So people are going to want a stronger commitment from people. People are going to want more guarantees. They're going to be more cautious about people, okay? So, one or two things are going to happen with Venus and Capricorn. Either people are going to have really strong boundaries, or people are going to be very selfish. Remember, Capricorn being such an independent sign and a very resourceful sign can accidentally or purposely, I don't know what kind of person you are. So, sometimes they can use people as more of a tool. And because they're just so focused on the things that they need to get done, they just want everybody to fall in line, or to be more regimental, like we need to get things done right now. So we need to put aside our emotions and we need to do the work so we can build the future together. And you may get a lot of people like that. They're just more focused on what they need to do versus your emotional issues, right? Not emotional issues, but just being considerate of your emotions, of being considerate of your feelings towards anything. So you may clash with other people based on that alone, but it doesn't mean you can't talk it out with that person. It's just you're going to have to come at them more rationally. You're going to have more logical sense when it comes to a Venus in Capricorn, all right? And I mean, it's more of a positive shift than it is a negative. And the reason for that is because Mars is still in Scorpio, right? So we have a lot of water and earth right now. And also Uranus is still in Taurus too. So again, water and earth is a positive transition for people. And this is coming at a great time after a very intense retrograde where we are starting to repair the things that we lost or any relationships that we feel have created a void in ourselves or we created a void in ourselves, whatever your dilemma is. It's a time to rebuild ourselves in a more positive way, in a more positive direction. So still use the new moon in Sagittarius to regain that confidence, to instill faith in yourself again. Because whatever you lost during this retrograde, you will get it back, but better. Okay, but better. 2019 was very challenging year for people, but 2020 is actually 10 times better. So you have something to look forward to. This is very positive shift in a lot of people. And we have the holidays coming up and everything like that. I will talk to you guys next week. Hopefully you guys take advantage of the new energy that's coming out, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.